Hi, everyone. This is Valerie Camozzi and Tracie Mahan, and we're here to bring in some new information for you. This is going to be for your enjoyment and entertainment, so we are just going to go with the flow with this. We've had quite a few giggles behind the scene, which is building our immune system. So if we make you laugh, go ahead and laugh. So, Tracie, how are you?
Oh my God. Yeah, getting set up for this has been a lot of fun. So we're really excited to bring information to you guys. I think we're gonna pull some cards today, right?
Yes, we are.
So for my page, this is your 5 card pull for the week.
And for
yeah.
my page, this is information, wisdom, and channeling.
Yeah, so if you're on my page, don't listen to the wisdom channel. I'm just kidding. All right, so I hope you guys are going to have as much fun as we have had getting ready to do this. So go ahead, Val. Let's see. What do we got?
Let's pull some cards here. Okay, and I have a deck, Osho Sen, and this is just going to be intuitive reading. So let's find out what we need to know today. Well, that makes sense. I'm going to pull a few cards for you here, and I'll show you them as I read them. Well, first, we have the rebirth card. And doesn't that make sense? We're all in quarantine. We're all learning new ways to interact and integrate and talk to each other and be with each other and family. And we're tuning inward. We still have media contact, and we still have phone and internet and other sources, FaceTime, to connect with others. But this is really about a time of waking up, and it's a new beginning. It's a new reality, a new today. So that rebirth is recreating what we want to see. And what we want to see is health, prosperity, joy, love, and that's what we're working on internally. The next card is transformation. Well, we're transforming our inner self, which leads to our inner soul, our inner being. And we're transforming in a way that we're figuring out new ways to interact, new ways to be, a lot of tuning in and connecting with our soul self. And the third card is all about courage. And the courage is to be the new you, to move forward from this point on, not knowing what tomorrow holds, but knowing today is the valuable day to be in present time, and to embrace that and find new ways of being.
Lovely. Perfect. Such a perfect lineup. So on my page, you guys have been following me for a long time. I want to thank you again. Anyone new, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this time. I've announced a couple of different times that I'm in California, and this is Valerie Camozzi, and we want to talk a little bit about the channeling and light language, and we'll do that in a little bit, I think, after this, right?
Right. And we recently, not that long ago, had a light activation Ascension workshop, and it was pretty phenomenal.
It was, yeah. That was a raise your roof kind of an event. So I'm going to pull a couple cards from a beautiful deck that I got from a friend. And this is from Egypt. And there wasn't an author to this one. So they're just Egypt Tarot cards. And so I'm just going to pull a couple cards from here. We'll see what comes in. I love that one. Okay, so I'll take the same approach as Valerie did here. So I'm going to show you the card. There we go. We're all going to be looking at this picture. So the way I'm looking at this is that we've got, okay, we're all working on some relationship stuff right now. That's what this is showing me. And we're bringing in some different energies to, I feel like there's a lot of people that are really shifting in the way that they are approaching their relationships. You're all kind of closed in together, and you know, with these lockdowns. I know not everybody's in the same type of lockdown, but close quarters, and we got 3 people close together here. Now, there's a lot of energy coming in, and I talk a lot about the ascension stuff. So the way I'm seeing this little guy up here in the sun with the arrow, that to me is this new energy that's coming in, and it's bringing in a new energy towards how we react to each other, how we are moving through ascension together, how people are awakening and coming together. So that's a good sign. Here, now we got this card. This one, they're really activating the crown chakra. A lot of new information coming in, a lot of downloads, a lot of insights, really showing you how to bring in your own inner power at this time. And this one, yep, that's what it is. Nothing. You are the creator. So we've got all this new energy coming in. They're activating your crown chakra, and you get to create what you want to with that energy that's coming in. So that's mine.
That goes along with the rebirth, creating a rebirth, a new beginning, and with the transformation. And the relationship that you spoke about is also the relationship with yourself, which is something that you're kind of sequestered to do. And being in this shelter in place, you're really going to start looking inward and discovering a part of you that may have been hidden.
Yeah. Big. We're all in it together and alone. You're on your own personal journey, but it is really expansive in how we are going out in the world and interacting with others. And so many people have been so creative about still getting together with family and friends, and celebrations through Zoom, and having a collective of people gathering, they having happy hours, and just being creative about how to connect and interact with each other. And that's been kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a deepening of the relationships. It's continuing that, and really focused on that, on getting together and being together and sharing those experiences together. And there's not isolation when you're making those connections in those ways, and being safe and healthy about it too.
Yeah. Yep. As you can see, we have our 6 feet of separation here.
More like 3 feet, but hey, that works.
That's right. Like, can we fit in this frame? So one of the things that I am going to talk to you guys about, and I'm really excited to share with you about, is a session that Valerie offers. You guys know that I do the Ascension activation sessions. Valerie does a session.
It's called Quantum Soul Expressions.
Quantum Soul Expressions. And I had the privilege of having one of those. And you guys know that I'll go into the channel with Daniel. I'll bring in information. And last night I went to a whole new level with what was going on with that. What did I refer to them as? The gold people. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting. They were saying, okay, Daniel's here, and this collective's over here, your angels are over here, and then we're up here. And so that was a whole new feeling of energy that was coming in, a whole different level of enlightenment, energy, process. A lot of things were happening in that session for me, as far as how I was interacting with spirit and that. And so, Valerie, would you mind telling people, I don't know how you want to introduce that. You have a nice little write-up of it, and maybe you could read that for us.
Sure. We're activating the light within each other. And in that session, it's very interactive. So in Tracie's session, we were interacting together to bring through these energies and bring through this light. And when you do that, you really discover what your mission is for being here. Why am I here? What's my purpose? What's that all about? And if you have questions that come up, like life questions, what's going on now, or even why are these patterns surfacing and what do they mean? Well, it's fun to go back to the origins of all that. And you're activating that creative channel within and bringing that channel out. So it's very interactive, where the client may say, oh, I've never channeled before. But once you're in this resonance, in this session, it's like your soul expression comes up and that channeling comes through, and more wisdom and information and self-healing comes through. So it could be healing patterns of the past, which could involve, physical, mental, spiritual. Um, and it's bringing it together with new information so you can integrate that. And if there's any healing that goes back to ancestral lineage or wherever it goes, other planetary lineage, that could come through too, because you're making connections. It could be cosmic connections. It could be, no two sessions are alike. So what comes up for one person is going to be very different for someone else, because it's a quantum soul expression. So it's very personalized to the client. So it's really exciting. There's so much information coming up with that.
Yeah.
You met Andrew.
We met Andrew. You guys will be hearing from Andrew, I'm sure of it. And he's going to be another channel that's going to work through, and he actually works with both Valerie and I. And one of the things that happened in that session was I drew a symbol, and I know how this works. So if I share this with other people, whatever the symbol carries, you get that activation that is appropriate for you. So I want to share that with you, and just take a second to look at that. And then there you go. It was interesting because I drew that symbol, and then that was yesterday. I got up this morning and I walked past it, and I had a physical reaction to that, which I forgot to tell you about. And yeah, I did. I walked past, I looked over, I was looking for it because it was over on a different desk. So I went over, found it, looked at it, and I just had this wave of energy hit me when I looked at it. And it was an interesting experience, even though I have those kinds of experiences often. It was kind of fun to know I drew that symbol yesterday, and then it had that effect on me this morning. So as you guys know, when we get things like light language and symbols and sacred geometry, it's going to give us what it is we're ready for at the time. So I got some download last night when we did the session, and they were moving it into my heart chakra. And then this morning, whatever it still held for me, I got another version of it, another download from it. So every time I look at that, if there's something new, if I made room for something new to come in, it's going to bring it in for me. So just remember that when you're looking at light language and symbols and all that different stuff that comes in for you, that it can activate you in different ways as you look at it from different time periods in your life. So
yeah, and you can, and through these experiences, be it the Ascension light activation sessions, or through quantum soul expression, you're gaining so much. You are connecting with the light within and the resonance. And when you do that, you open yourself up. So if you want to make cosmic connections, that could be your star family, that could be other planetary beings, that could be light councils, that could be, an aspect of your soul self coming through. And that's exciting because it can answer so many questions for you. Both, again, why you're here, what you're doing, how to move forward. There's so much information coming in, and a lot of self-healing, which when I say self-healing, you might have something in the physical. And again, we don't diagnose, prescribe, or treat any condition. You would have to seek out a medical professional for that. But what is so amazing and rewarding and uplifting and high vibrational and incredible frequency is when you start making connections, whether it's, again, past life, current life, other aspects of your soul. That information that's coming through, both on a conscious level and on an unconscious level, gets integrated, and amazing, amazing things happen. Creative channels open, self-physical healing happens, emotional healing happens, so much is going on in just like a quantum second. And it's wonderful to watch. Now, I've had Ascension activation sessions, and those are amazing, otherworldly, to me, otherworldly. But again, you can talk more to this, but you could be in your current life and asking questions about that. But just in that coming together and that connection, so much information comes through. I know in mine, it's like, oh, duh, you know, why didn't I think of that? And then, wow, you just feel so light and so freed and so incredible afterwards that you feel like you could fly because it all makes sense.
Yeah.
And once you bring that together, your life changes. So thank you for my Ascension activation.
And for my quantum soul. And, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about the symptom that I brought up for yesterday's session, because part of why I asked if Valerie could work with me is because I was having some issues with my shoulder. And it was really interesting. And it applies to the symbol as well. And
I'll hold it up while you talk.
What came up for that was this was the stuff that was going on in the shoulder. I was carrying it in my heart, and because I needed to make room in my heart for the sessions, to do the sessions, I moved it to my shoulder. And then when the symbol came in, they were putting it in the heart to expand the heart and open it up for this new connection with the gold energy that was coming through, the gold beings. And we had some interesting things happening yesterday with sun portals and different things as well. So made sense that this other frequency was coming in, this new collective was coming in. You put that down.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wait and see how long before she's like, it's crashing.
I think they got it by now.
They got it, yeah. Anyways, it was such an interesting process though, because I'm always on the facilitator end of things, you know, and certainly when stuff comes in that's resonating with me as well, when you guys book appointments and you're mirroring something to me, and it happens all the time, and I thank you all for it. But what an interesting experience to get to be in the hot seat and have to own my stuff. And boy, you know, when you get in those sessions, you don't get to back out of that. And you guys know, if you've had them with me, it's the same way. But, you know, Valerie took me through that, and she helped very, very gently guided me through the things that were really tough to look at, the things that I was struggling with, and helped me to see why this was going on in the shoulder, why it was started in the heart and moved. All of this stuff was happening. And I do have to say my shoulder feels pretty good today. So I just wanted to share that, because there's so many things that can happen that you don't even know to look at. And sometimes it's the facilitator asking the right question. And that's what happened. The facilitator asked me the right questions.
But that's the key, is I'm only the facilitator. You're doing your own healing.
Yeah.
You're bringing through those frequency and vibrations, allowing it to happen. If you don't allow it to happen, then things just stay the same. But in that allowing and that openness and willingness to look at it, that's when the amazing transformations take place.
Yeah. And I did feel like I had such a shift. And it was a weird, now I'm getting this ringing in my ear that is so loud right now, you guys.
A frequency.
So one of the fun things though that happened last night was, you know, you get done with a session like that, and there's so much energy that goes into it that's like, I'm ready to go crawl in bed, but at the same time, I'm also wide awake and like, it's already hard to shut me up. And then you go and take me through something like that. And it was just, there was just so much still processing in my mind and just acclimating and bringing it all together. And even when I went to bed last night, I was just, my mind was just reeling with all the things that we're processing and moving through.
You opened your creative channel wider. It's already wide open, but in participating in that quantum soul expression, you opened it even wider, because you're getting all these ideas about your book that you're writing. and all the information that's coming in through, and it's coming in really fast. No, no, she did say she was going to write her book, and then and about the classes that you're going to teach, and we could segue into
Yeah, let's
that.
segue into that, the classes. So we had a wonderful class a while back that was about channeling and light language and bringing in that information, and highly successful. The group of people that were here were phenomenal. If you're watching, you know who you are. So,
amazing group, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing light workers that are have taken off way beyond us. Yeah, so nice to watch.
And we're excited we're going to bring that back. We're going to have to wait for this coronavirus to move its way through, and then we'll start looking at when can we offer that again.
And we're going to be doing online sessions with that too. So stay tuned to Tracie's website and my website. Tracie, can you tell them
those links will be down below?
Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll put them
but
below.
We'll say it too. TracieMahan.com,
ValerieCamozzi.com.
There you go. So yeah, and just scroll down, go to the link. It'll be super easy. Click on it. You'll be like, oh my God, look what they do. It's all right here on the website.
And those classes are really high vibrational, and it's wonderful. It's just wonderful to see the transformations in the class, all the beautiful light language and channeling that was already within them. And again, channeling is connecting to source energy. It's connecting to beings that want to help us at this time on the planet, both personally and globally. So whatever your mission gets activated, whether that's a personal mission that you're working on or whether it's a global mission you're working on in service, it gets activated, and you just get flooded with all this information and wisdom, and you move a lot of energy through these courses. So they're really exciting to watch.
It is exciting to watch. So, and we're gonna put it on. I know I've had a lot of people ask, is this going to be available online? We are looking at how to create that course online, and we will get it figured out.
It's in the works. Pretty much the course is already ready to go. We're just figuring out the technical logistics of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be easy.
Yes, affirming that. It's going to be easy.
This is what our week is like. That's going to be easy. Yeah, we're going to get that put together. So, any closing words for everybody? Or is there anything else we want to talk about?
Well, I think we covered what we set out to cover. Just that, hey, we're with you. You're not alone. Tune in. YouTube is a wonderful source, as are other media, social media outlets, and everybody's connected. Don't hesitate to drop us a message below this video when it gets posted. We'd love to hear from you, love your feedback, and to know what's going on with you in your life. So go ahead and post below, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, one more card as we go.
All right.
A parting card.
A parting card.
Okay.
Oh, well, I got one.
Uh-huh.
Balance.
Oh.
Nurture your masculine and feminine sides, bringing them into balance. And this is a time of balance because we're learning about ourselves. We're having that inner relationship with ourselves. We're going inward in this new beginning, and balance is awesome.
Mine is off balance. No, I'm just kidding.
Alrighty.
I just had to do it. Sorry. This is what quarantine does to someone.
Right.
Okay. Actually, what mine is a message to all of you out there that are worrying about money. Maybe you've been quarantined from your work and you're not able to create an income. And this card here is telling you to hang in there. It is all working out. Spirit is working on our side to help balance that out. I know that they will find ways to either get you the money that you need or you know, whatever bill is due, maybe there will be something worked out with that. So please do not put fear into your money. Know that you're going to be taken care of. Know that somehow it's going to come through for you, and just keep affirming that and claiming that for yourself, because we really all need to keep our vibrations as high as possible. There is a lot going on the planet right now. We're not denying that. And you know, this is a time none of us have experienced before. This is new to everybody, and it's global, and we all need to just support each other and stay as positive as possible and help each other through it.
And just spinning off that is, and that's where balance is important. Balancing your thoughts, balancing your actions, bringing in that light, affirming that you're taken care of, and that source moves through you, higher vibrational frequencies move through you. And I agree with Tracie, the money will be there, as long as you don't go into fear about it. Yes, you still have to pay bills and feed yourselves and do that. But remember, this is all new beginnings. You can do this. You're okay. You're safe.
Yeah. I wanted to be a smart ass just then and go, the money will be there, the toilet paper, however.
May not.
You may not be able to use
And
the
if you
toilet
find
paper.
it may be one package only.
And maybe we had that experience.
Maybe or maybe not.
Yeah.
But more like maybe.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
It's been good chatting with you and catching up. I hope you guys are all staying safe, and yeah, comment below. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you for joining us.